Noah squinted at the screen. The picture was definitely of him, and it was undeniably a luxury car. A gleaming black Cadillac Escalade, to be precise. But it belonged to Mr. Alden, the father of the kid he tutored. The comments section under the post on the university's anonymous confessions page had already swelled to over 200 entries. Leo suggested they should just go see their academic advisor and ignore the digital noise. A wave of vertigo washed over Noah. He couldn't understand how one crisis seemed to bleed into the next these days, leaving him perpetually on edge, struggling to catch his breath. He pulled on a clean shirt, and after a quick wash, he and Leo made their way to the advisor's office in the heart of the law school's main building. To their surprise, Zach was already there. Leo instantly knew who was behind the malicious post. He turned on Zach, his voice tight with fury. "Zach." Leo's anger then pivoted to the advisor. He declared with certainty that Zach was the one who had posted the photo, that it was a deliberate attempt to slander Noah. Zach remained seated, an infuriatingly calm expression on his face. The advisor, Ms. Albright, held up a hand. She explained that there was a misunderstanding, that Zach had come to her office specifically to bring this matter to her attention. Leo let out a short, incredulous laugh, finding the explanation utterly absurd. Noah stepped forward, his own voice a stark contrast to Leo's, composed and even. He informed Ms. Albright that the rumors were baseless and that he had done nothing of the sort. He respectfully asked if she could contact the student administrators of the online platform. Ms. Albright's gaze swept over Noah, from his worn jeans to his long, dark hair. Her tone was patronizing when she spoke, advising Noah on the importance of self-respect. It was clear she didn't quite believe him. Noah was an oddity on campus, and due to a kind of broken windows effect, any accusation leveled against him seemed plausible to most. For a moment, Noah felt a sense of dissociation. His feet were planted on the polished marble floors of the law school, a building dedicated to justice. On the wall hung a framed quote from Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. The whole situation felt like a dark, farcical play. He repeated, his voice firm, that he had not done those things. Ms. Albright's expression soured with a hint of embarrassment, perhaps taken aback by Noah's unflinching composure. She asked if he had any evidence to prove his innocence. She mentioned that an anonymous email had already been sent to the dean's office, demanding his scholarship be revoked. Leo's face flushed with rage, but Noah just managed a hollow laugh. He questioned how one could possibly prove a negative, how he could be expected to provide evidence for something that never happened. He invoked the basic legal principle they had just studied. The burden of proof lies with the accuser. Since Zach had brought the accusation, it should be on Zach to furnish the evidence. Zach shrugged, feigning indifference. He held out his phone with a look of pure innocence, suggesting they could check it to see he hadn't posted anything. Ms. Albright sighed, weary of the entire affair. "All right, Noah, now is not the time to investigate who reported it. You need to, then what should be investigated?" The question hung in the air as the office door was pushed open. Liam Salvatore walked in. Noah froze. Liam moved to stand in front of Noah, pulling him back slightly as if to shield him. He placed a thin manila folder on the advisor's desk. He addressed the advisor, Ms. Albright, explaining that the documents contained records from the platform's administrators. The IP address and phone number linked to the anonymous account, he stated, both traced directly back to Zach. Zach shot to his feet in a panic. Even Ms. Albright rose, stammering Liam's name. Liam continued, his voice cold and cutting. As for the photographs, the car belonged to his uncle. He clarified that Noah was his younger cousin's tutor. On that particular day, Noah had been invited by his uncle to get a ride home. He finished by stating that he and Noah were very good friends. With that single statement, Zach's entire fabricated narrative crumbled into a laughable mess. Zach's face was ashen. Took Ms. Albright a moment to recover. She quickly told Zach to apologize to Noah, promising she would contact the platform to have the post removed. Liam informed her that it wasn't necessary. He had already handled it. His gaze, devoid of warmth, landed on Zach. The look was so menacing that Zach's legs felt weak. He quickly bowed towards Noah, stammering apologies. Leo just snorted in disgust. As Zach tried to straighten up, Liam reached out and placed a hand on his shoulder. There was no force in the gesture, just a light touch, but Zach remained frozen, too terrified to move. Liam's face was a mask of ice. An apology was meaningless, he told Zach. True atonement would only come when Zach had experienced the same distress he had caused Noah. An hour later, a public letter of apology from Zach was posted to the university's main student portal and all related social media groups. Shortly after, he was suspended from the university. Noah sat on a cold stone bench outside the law school, waiting for Liam to finish dealing with the administration in the dean's office. It reminded him of his childhood. His quiet, withdrawn nature had often led to friction with his classmates. They would exaggerate minor incidents to the teacher, and his guardian would be called. His mother, Catherine, would never come. Only his grandfather. His grandfather, a man from a different generation, always believed that betas were inherently meant to be conciliatory. He would immediately make Noah apologize. So Noah would apologize, then move his desk to the back of the classroom, alone. But now Liam had made Zach apologize to him. He heard the sound of expensive leather shoes on the pavement. Liam looked as though he'd come straight from his internship downtown, still dressed in a crisp dress shirt and tailored trousers. He stopped beside Noah but didn't sit. He simply said it was all taken care of. Noah murmured his thanks. Liam told him it was nothing. Noah looked down, picking at a loose thread on his jeans, suddenly unable to find any words to say to him. Liam's phone buzzed twice, likely a summons back to the office. He seemed to want to say something more, opening his mouth a few times before closing it again. Finally, he just said he was heading back to work. Noah watched his figure recede down the path until it disappeared. A few more days passed. Noah emerged from the library into the sharp bite of December air, pulling the collar of his coat tight against the wind. Leo followed him out, asking what his plans were for the day. The question puzzled Noah. Leo reminded him that their last final had been yesterday. Shouldn't he be taking a break to relax? He chided Noah for always being buried in books, him that he was letting the best years of college slip by. Noah offered a faint smile. He told Leo he had something to do that afternoon. Back in his dorm room, Noah emptied his well-worn messenger bag, swapping stacks of legal textbooks for a change of clothes. Leo saw this and understood immediately, though Noah offered no explanation. From his bed, Noah retrieved a small, square wooden box, its synthetic leather worn smooth and peeling from years of being handled. He tucked it inside the bag and walked out alone, heading for the subway station just off campus. He arrived at the Crestwood Estates and, as usual, stopped to buy groceries first. This time, he avoided the ingredients for pasta and bread. Carrying 2 heavy bags, he walked to the front gate of the large modern house. The passcode was still the same, 210315. This time, the wreckage had spread to the living room. A large potted ficus, standing halfway to the ceiling, lay on its side between the living room and the master bedroom, its soil spilling dangerously close to the white shag carpet. The bedroom itself was a disaster zone. During his rut, the great Liam Salvatore was completely irrational. Anything within reach was liable to be smashed. His walk-in closet, which had originally been open plan, now had a heavy, lockable door at Noah's insistence. It was a necessary precaution to prevent him from, in a fit of rage, throwing his $1,000 suits around like they were cheap dish towels. The frenzy usually came first. Only when he was utterly exhausted did the overwhelming tide of desire set in. Noah pushed open the bedroom door. Liam was lying on the edge of the bed, dazed, his forehead slick with sweat. His hair was a mess, all traces of his usual refined elegance gone. A cigarette was perched between his fingers. The moment he saw Noah, he extinguished it, offering a habitual explanation that it was his first time, that he was just trying to see if it would distract him. Noah walked over, holding a small vial. Liam's faint smile vanished. It was a bottle of concentrated omega pheromone extract. This wasn't right, he murmured, turning his head away. Noah simply moved the vial to his other side, holding it directly in Liam's line of sight. Liam looked at him, his gaze intense. He asked if Noah truly wanted him to use it. Noah said nothing. Liam took the vial, and Noah's eyelashes fluttered. The silent battle of wills between them was a source of mutual pain. Liam asked again, his voice low, if this was what he really wanted. Noah shook his head. He met Liam's eyes and said no. Liam placed the vial on the bedside table. Then he pulled Noah into his arms, pressing him down onto the mattress, burying his face in Noah's hair, holding him tight. He bit gently at the side of Noah's neck, his voice a fierce whisper. "You little cat, you're only brave in your own den." Noah felt a pang of injustice. He clung to a pillow, the world blurring into a double image. Liam nipped at his cheek. "I'm not even brave in my own den," Noah thought. He tried to recall the events of the past 3 hours. He had said we're just friends a total of 10 times, and I don't remember his name 15 times. By the end, he was starting to get confused himself. What was Leo's brother's name again? He truly couldn't remember. He was left dizzy and disoriented, while the instigator of it all was thoroughly satisfied. Liam always used his rut as an excuse to act either pitiful or vicious, pushing every boundary. Noah was powerless to resist and could only submit. He felt Liam pulling the duvet over him. There was a faint rustling sound by his ear. He managed to pry his tired eyes open and was met with the sight of Liam's lips curved into a contented smile. It had been a long time since he'd seen Liam look like this. Noah kept remembering that day in the advisor's office. Liam's eyes red as he asked if Noah was disappointed in him. It was just like long ago, when Liam had begged him not to break up. He hated seeing Liam look so helpless. It kept him awake at nights. Liam wasn't supposed to be like that. But now Liam was smiling. And Noah felt that the exhausting last 3 hours had been worth it. Liam lay on his side, looking utterly sated, his expression relaxed and joyful. He draped an arm over Noah, his hand periodically stroking Noah's back or squeezing his waist. Noah was like a beloved stuffed cat he couldn't bear to put down. Noah had been drifting in a light sleep, but Liam's constant touching grew irritating. He frowned and rolled over, and Liam immediately pressed up against him. The contact only made Noah more annoyed. Liam offered a sincere apology, claiming it wasn't his fault, that it had already been half an hour since the last time. Noah tried to push his arm away, to create some distance, but Liam's arm was like iron. He was trapped as Liam maneuvered his legs. The friction of their skin was enough to reignite the fire, and in the end, Liam had to carry him to the bathroom. Clean and refreshed, Noah slipped back under the covers in a bathrobe, only for Liam to stick to him again. Noah sighed. He couldn't stand it when Liam was this clingy. Liam turned to grab something. Noah felt a chill and tried to pull the blanket up, but he saw that Liam was holding his phone. He asked Noah if he wanted to transfer some money. It was a roundabout test, just as Noah had tested him with the pheromone extract. He opened his banking app, navigated to Noah's contact, and typed 2,000 into the transfer field. Then he handed the phone to Noah, waiting for his verdict. Noah gave him a cold glance. First, he exited the transfer screen and scrolled to a contact named Julian. The chat history was empty, displaying only the initial system message. You have accepted their friend request. You can now start chatting. Liam squeezed Noah's waist, as if seeking praise. Just as Liam thought Noah was satisfied and finally ready to fully trust him again, Noah navigated back to his own chat window, tapped the transfer, expertly entered his 6-digit PIN, and sent the money to himself. Liam stiffened for a moment, then bit down on Noah's shoulder. Just keep provoking me, why don't you? He grumbled. Noah's lips curved into a faint smile. Liam bit and kissed him, but there was no real anger. They had been through so much turmoil lately, and now, emerging from the haze of passion, all they wanted was to be close. Liam held Noah from behind, his arms serving as a pillow, his other hand resting on Noah's waist, patting it gently now and then. Noah put Liam's phone aside, and just as he closed his eyes, he heard Liam speak. He thought Noah was really going to give up on him. He confessed that from last night until noon today, he had been waiting, constantly wondering if Noah would come. He hugged him tighter, asking why Noah had appeared. He pointed out that Noah couldn't have known his rut had started, so how did he show up at just the right time? He wondered aloud if it was telepathy, if Noah could feel his pain. Noah thought that it did seem that way. Since last night, his chest had felt tight and uncomfortable, a heavy pressure that even clutching his small ceramic cat figurine couldn't ease. It wasn't until he was under Liam, with Liam's palm pressed against his heart, demanding to know if he loved him, that the suffocating feeling began to fade. Noah, let's stop fighting, Liam said. Noah blinked, and Liam continued. He knew that deep down, Noah was just like him, unable to let anyone else in. He hugged him close, saying he understood now, that he would remember. After a long silence, Noah suddenly asked if Liam liked him because he was a beta. Liam was taken aback. He asked what he meant. Noah elaborated, wondering if it was about rebellion. Because of his parents' past, his mother's overbearing nature, maybe Liam felt repressed and wanted to find a beta just to spite her. Liam chuckled softly, remarking that Noah had a rather dark view of him. Noah frowned in confusion. He couldn't find any other reason to explain Liam's affection for him. He didn't believe a beta could overcome the primal lure of pheromones to completely capture the heart of a top-tier alpha. Liam explained that when he first fell for Noah, he didn't even know he was a beta. Noah asked what he had thought he was. Liam dodged the question, calling it a trap. He nipped Noah's ear and whispered that he was his little cat. He went on to describe his mother. Objectively, she was a good mother. She had her own career but also managed the family. Their family company, Crestwood Holdings, had faced several crises, and each time, it was his mother who had provided unwavering support to help his father pull through. But as strong as she was in business, she was fragile in matters of the heart. The word beta was practically forbidden in their house. Mentioning it would send her into a hysterical fit. He admitted he had kept Noah a secret because he was afraid of what she might do to hurt him. He looked at the hazy view of the garden through the white sheer curtains. But he had already decided to tell her the truth. It was a hurdle they had to cross eventually. I see, Noah said. Liam, what do you want for dinner? Noah had already sat up, tying his hair back with the elastic band from his wrist. He mentioned that he'd bought some groceries, asking if Liam preferred barbecue ribs or a simple bone broth soup. Liam stared at the pale, unmarked skin of his neck, momentarily lost in thought. It wasn't until Noah turned back, a hint of impatience on his face, giving him 3 seconds to answer, that he stammered out a request for the soup. "Okay," Noah said. He got out of bed and went to the kitchen to start dinner. Liam followed, but Noah pushed him away, telling him not to make a mess. Cooking for Noah was like solving a math problem. He was serious and methodical, immediately wiping away any drop of water that splashed onto the counter. He found the vacuum-sealed rice container and started the rice cooker. Then he handed the starchy rice water to Liam. He told him to water the plants and, while he was at it, to clean up the ficus he had knocked over. Liam's eyes crinkled with amusement, but he adopted a mock-dignified tone. He declared that in his entire life, no one had ever dared to order him around like that. Noah ignored him, and Liam obediently did as he was told. Noah watched him from the corner of his eye. He was still impossibly handsome, even in pajamas, still every bit the young master. In the advisor's office, one cold look from him had silenced the entire room. But with Noah, he was different. With Noah, he was endlessly accommodating, eager to please, willingly becoming the more passive one in their relationship. Over time, Noah had almost forgotten what had drawn him to Liam in the first place. It was precisely because he had been so unattainable. The thought made Noah let out a soft laugh. Noah prepared a simple meal, 1 meat dish, 1 vegetable, and the soup. As he served the rice, Liam was slicing fruit. After they sat down, Liam asked in a strange, teasing voice if this sudden kindness was some kind of breakup meal. Noah raised an eyebrow, reminding him that they had already broken up. The words had barely left his mouth when Liam's leg trapped his under the table. Noah couldn't move or pull away, so he just continued eating with a stoic expression. Liam's leg slid up his calf until Noah finally kicked him away. Liam just laughed and praised the soup effusively. Liam didn't say, "Noah, let's get married," but Noah could hear the sentiment clearly in his silent, smiling gaze. In the middle of their playful banter, the doorbell rang. They both froze. Noah's heart skipped a beat. He instinctively started to get up, but Liam grabbed his wrist. "Noah, don't hide." Noah looked up sharply. Liam's eyes were filled with reassurance. He repeated that Noah didn't need to hide, not in the closet. After a long moment of staring at each other, Noah's tense muscles relaxed, and he lowered his head to continue eating. Liam put down his chopsticks, went to the door, and checked the video intercom. It was Ryan. After a moment's hesitation, Liam opened the door. Ryan came in carrying a case of beer. "Dude," he started, "I heard the most insane rumor yesterday. Someone at school said you were dating that quiet kid from the law school, Noah. How ridiculous is that?" "It's completely." Ryan's booming voice cut off abruptly when he saw Noah at the dining table, calmly eating a piece of pork rib. Ryan couldn't believe his eyes. His grip loosened, and the cans of beer tumbled out, rolling across the hardwood floor to the edge of the sofa. "Dude, what is going on?" he asked, looking at Liam in disbelief. Liam stated that he and Noah had been dating for over a year. Ryan's first reaction was to laugh it off as some kind of elaborate prank. Liam asked when he had ever participated in such pranks. Ryan's smile froze. A moment later, he pointed at Noah, his voice rising in outrage. "But he's a beta." "Yes. You don't like Eliza, you don't like that Omega from the Fong family, fine. There are plenty of Omegas out there. But how can you like him?" "Why can't I? I love him." Noah's chopsticks paused, resting on the rim of his bowl. Ryan's eyes widened. Liam continued, explaining that he had been the one to pursue Noah, that he had begged Noah to be with him. He hadn't told Ryan before because he was afraid Ryan would tell Noah about the pheromone compatibility scores and that Noah would get hurt. Now that Noah knew everything, it didn't matter. With those words, Noah's hand began to tremble uncontrollably. So that day at the gate, when I heard him say, "I'm not dating anyone," was he protecting me? Had he misunderstood Liam all this time? Dude, what is wrong with you? Liam's confession was like a bombshell to Ryan. He grabbed Liam's arm, his voice filled with angry confusion. What about your rut? What about the future? Betas don't have pheromones, and they might not even be able to have children. What can a partner like that offer you? He has his own life. He doesn't need to offer me anything. Ryan lowered his head. He didn't understand. He insisted Liam must have been bewitched. Ryan, you're not afraid I'll tell your mom? Liam glanced back at Noah, who was still eating, looking remarkably calm. He told Ryan he hoped he wouldn't, but if he did, it didn't matter. That day was bound to come sooner or later. Ryan slammed the door on his way out. Liam returned to the table. Noah asked if he wanted him to reheat the soup. Liam said no. Noah placed a piece of pork in his bowl, telling him to eat before it got cold. Okay. After they finished, they cleaned up the house together. Noah was meticulous. Even though the toppled plant had been dealt with, he felt it wasn't clean enough and brought out the vacuum cleaner, methodically cleaning every corner. Liam, who had never used a vacuum in his life, could only watch. It was nearly 10 o'clock by the time Noah finally got into bed. Liam immediately pulled him into his arms. But Noah pushed against him, annoyed. Am I covered in glue? So cold, my little cat, Liam murmured. Noah used both his hands and feet to create a small gap between them. They lay facing each other on their sides. Liam twined his fingers with Noah's, then slipped his hand inside the sleeve of Noah's pajama shirt, stroking his forearm. Ryan knows. Will he run and tell your mother? Probably not. He wouldn't dare to openly defy me, but he might let it slip. Noah curled his lip in distaste. What a friend. Liam explained that they had grown up together, that Ryan used to be a good kid before he fell in with a bad crowd in high school. Noah quipped that Liam wasn't exactly a model student himself. Liam insisted he was, claiming he had always studied hard and never dated early. He leaned in and stole a quick kiss before Noah could react. Noah raised his hand, his fingertips tracing the line of Liam's brow, the bridge of his nose, the corner of his mouth. He seemed dazed, a hidden fear lurking beneath his impassive expression, making him seem less detached than usual. Liam, he said softly, we've been found out. What do we do? It was the first time he had ever asked Liam such a question. Victoria might find out soon. Maybe in a day, maybe in 3. If not from Ryan, then from the gossip spreading among the university faculty. The incident with Zach had been significant. Liam's unambiguous declaration of his relationship with Noah had reached the higher-ups. The fire was too big to be contained. His hand slid from Liam's cheek, and as he was about to pull it back, Liam caught it, holding it in his own. Liam, it's getting cold back home. The winter break is coming up soon. Noah suddenly said something that seemed completely unrelated. But Liam understood his meaning. Noah looked up, tears shimmering in his amber eyes. Liam cupped his face. Noah, he said, let's run away. To a place with no winter. Noah felt his heart jolt violently. He couldn't go abroad. He hadn't had time to get a passport. Though there were a few visa-free countries, he didn't like the options. He drew on a travel map with a red pen, as if grading his cousin Ethan's homework, then showed it to Liam. let's go here. It was a small island at the southernmost tip of the country. A place with roads that stretched to the sea, a green and white striped lighthouse, and candy-colored houses lining the streets. Liam didn't even look at the map, kissing him repeatedly like a doting king. Okay, there it is. It was a 5-hour flight. Liam put sunglasses and a sun hat on Noah, then took his hand as they walked out of the airport. The salty sea breeze blew through Noah's long hair. He hadn't cut it in a while, and it now fell past his shoulders. Liam ran his fingers through it like a comb. He transferred a sum of money to Noah's account, then turned off his own phone and threw it in his suitcase. Noah scrolled through his banking app, counting the digits in his balance. "You little money lover," Liam whispered, nibbling his ear. And just like that, they had escaped. Or, as Liam called it, they had eloped. They had no itinerary, no reservations. They just booked tickets, packed a bag, and left. It wasn't until they arrived that Noah remembered to text Leo. Leo's reply came quickly. "When are you coming back?" "Don't know. Probably not for long." Noah really didn't know. And Liam probably didn't either. It was a reckless, impulsive trip. "Noah." Hearing Liam call his name, Noah looked up. Liam was backlit by the sun, holding out his hand, smiling. "Noah, let's go." Noah stared for a moment. Liam was wearing a light blue short-sleeved shirt and white beach shorts. When he smiled, he had a clean, youthful energy. But when he raised an eyebrow at Noah, he reverted to his usual look of a pampered young master. As Noah placed his hand in Liam's, he suddenly realized that Liam was only a year older than him. They hadn't discussed any details of the trip. Liam was just pulling him forward. But Noah didn't ask where they were going or if he had a plan. With Liam there, it felt like he didn't have to do anything. He hadn't realized how much he relied on him. Liam had arranged everything before they boarded the plane. They checked into a Seaview room. Blue was everywhere. Liam fell onto the bed and pulled Noah down with him. Noah lost his balance and tumbled into his arms, fulfilling Liam's wish. They lay together on the king-sized bed, listening to the sound of the waves. Noah was in a daze. Liam covered his eyes, telling him not to think about anything. His hand shielded half of Noah's face. Noah's eyelashes brushed against his palm, and Liam was easily aroused again. But Noah pushed against him. "Don't you ever stop?" Liam whined, burying his face in Noah's neck. Noah was wearing a soft, white long-sleeved sweatshirt. They wrestled for a bit before Noah managed to drag Liam outside. They walked along the coastal road, eating as they went. Noah didn't usually like sweets, but he couldn't resist the cute little pastries and desserts, buying them, taking a couple of bites, and then handing the rest to Liam, who willingly served as his trash can. Later, feeling a pang of guilt, Noah bought a skewer of grilled chicken wings and offered the first bite to Liam. Liam leaned down to take it, his eyes crinkling as he smiled at Noah. Noah avoided his gaze, looking away, flustered. "It's good," Liam said. "You ate the burnt part," Noah pointed out, determined to spoil the moment. Liam played along. "Such a cruel little cat, giving me the burnt bits and keeping the perfectly cooked parts for yourself." Noah suppressed a laugh and started walking faster. Liam caught up in 2 steps and wrapped an arm around his waist. "Give me another bite," he said. "No," Noah replied. "I'm hungry." "No." Liam sighed. "Well, what can I do? My phone is off, so I can't get home. All my money is with my boyfriend, and he doesn't want me anymore. I'm so pitiful." Noah, tired of his theatrics, offered him a skewer of grilled fish. Liam shook his head. "Only kittens eat fish. I want a bite of yours." Noah shoved the fish into Liam's mouth. "You're so annoying." They chased each other, and after they finished eating and wandering, they sat on the beach to watch the ocean. The sky was a gradient of blue and orange, like an overturned painter's palette. A family of 3 walked past, their small child carrying a little bucket and skipping along. "Do you like kids?" Liam suddenly asked. The question caught Noah off guard. His mind hadn't caught up, but his ears turned red, hidden by his long hair. Seeing Noah's silence, Liam thought he had overstepped and explained that he found children noisy, like his cousin Ethan when he was little. He used to lock his bedroom door whenever Ethan came over. Noah propped his chin on his hand. He was clearly not interested in the topic. Liam pulled him into his arms. Noah struggled at first, then gave up. The sea breeze was getting cold, so he curled up against Liam. Liam leaned down to kiss him. "Kiss me." Noah looked up and met his gaze. They were so close that a tiny movement would have been enough. But Noah wasn't used to initiating. A kiss felt like signing a contract, like surrendering himself completely to Liam. Scared him. He could imagine what he would be doing in 20 years, but he couldn't picture where he and Liam would be in 2 days. Liam's tone was wheedling. "Noah, kiss me," he urged again. Noah just stared at him, unmoving. Liam had no choice. He smiled and kissed him, biting his lips and tongue. "What can I do? I'm just so in love with you." After the kiss, Noah lay in Liam's arms, and they both fell silent. They were both thinking about Liam's powered-off phone, about how many missed calls and unread messages were waiting. But Noah told himself not to think about it. They were eloping. Some boisterous kids kicked a soccer ball that nearly hit Noah. Liam immediately stood up and kicked it back, only to find there was a whole group of them. They ran towards them menacingly. Liam grabbed Noah's hand and ran. The ball came flying again. Liam dribbled it to Noah's feet, smiling. "Noah, your turn." Noah, who hadn't participated in anything like this since he was 8, froze for a second. He looked at Liam, then at the 5 or 6 kids facing them. He couldn't help but smile. He kicked the ball back, and it hit the lead boy on the shin. The boy let out an exaggerated cry. Liam pulled Noah and they ran towards the setting sun. Noah laughed out loud. "You're so childish, Liam." They ran until they reached the end of the beach. In the distance were colorful houses strung with fairy lights. Liam turned around, one hand on Noah's waist, the other brushing his hair from his face, and leaned down to kiss him. Noah's hands, hidden in his sleeves, clutched the hem of Liam's shirt. The temperature dropped as night fell. The sea breeze grew cold. Liam led Noah towards the town market. A large crowd was gathered in the southeast corner. Liam, with nothing better to do, went to see what was happening. A young man selling pineapple slushies told them it was a wishing tree that was said to be very effective. People lined up every day to make wishes. He pointed them towards a stall selling prayer plaques. "Should we get one?" Liam asked Noah. Since they had nothing else to do, waiting in line seemed like a good way to pass the time, so Noah nodded. The plaques had words like love, academics, health, and peace carved on them. Liam filled out a love plaque and then looked for Noah. He found him holding a red wooden plaque that said health, standing on his tiptoes to hang it on the tree. Liam offered to help, but Noah refused, shielding the plaque with his hand as if it were a secret. Liam grumbled that Noah didn't seem to want to spend eternity with him. But then he added that health was good too. Noah being healthy and happy for his whole life was what would make him happiest. Noah hung his plaque without a word. He didn't believe in gods or spirits. There was a sacred tree outside his old high school, and during exam season, it would be surrounded by incense and offerings. But Noah never stopped there. Yet now, standing under the small red plaque, He looked reverent, his hands clasped together. Wishing tree, I'm not greedy. I only have one wish. Please protect Liam and keep him safe and healthy. He opened his eyes and looked up. The wind rustled the wooden plaques. The crowd grew thicker. Liam had to shield Noah to get them out. When they found a quiet spot, he teased him. He said that heaven only helps sincere people, not little liars with sharp tongues like Noah who always said hurtful things they didn't mean. He claimed the gods wouldn't listen to him. Noah suddenly stopped and stared at Liam. What's wrong? Liam asked, confused. Do they really not listen? Noah asked seriously. Before Liam could explain he was joking, Noah ran back, pushing through the crowd to find his plaque. He clasped his hands together again. I confess I told a lie today. Well, not a lie, just not the whole truth. Please forgive me. When Liam asked if I like children, I wanted to answer. I wanted to say, if you like them, then I like them. Liam searched for Noah in the throng of people. He wasn't far, but for a moment, Liam couldn't find him. All he could see were red ribbons fluttering in the wind, a constantly changing sea of devout wishmakers. Liam stood still, the chaotic scene swirling around him like a carousel. After a long time, Noah emerged. Liam didn't move until Noah was standing in front of him, tilting his head in confusion. What is it? Liam seemed to snap out of a trance and smiled at Noah. He opened his arms and hugged him. Noah's face was pressed into Liam's shoulder, and he could smell the faint scent of incense clinging to his clothes. Noah thought Liam would ask what he had gone back to wish for. He was torn between not being able to lie in front of the wishing tree and not wanting to tell Liam the truth. But Liam didn't ask. He seemed preoccupied, his hand stroking Noah's back. Noah, let's go, he said. Noah kept looking back at the wishing tree. It was so covered in red plaques that you could barely see the green leaves. There were so many people, so many heavy wishes. Would his be heard? They walked back along the road they came from. Liam held Noah's hand the whole time. Their fingers were loosely linked. Noah felt it wasn't enough, so he curled his fingers slightly, as if about to pull his hand away. Liam's reflex was to grip it tighter, his large, warm palm enveloping Noah's entire hand. He gave it a gentle squeeze. There was a row of bars along the street, a jumble of fast and slow music that somehow didn't sound chaotic. A few lines of a song caught Noah's attention, and he stopped. Liam led him inside. The bar was busy. The moment Liam walked in, he drew attention. A few petite omegas in revealing clothes started to push their way towards him, swaying to the rhythm of the slow music. Liam frowned and pulled Noah closer. At school, everyone knew who Liam was. Even those who were curious or admired him didn't dare get too close. But here, in a strange bar, his presence caused an immediate stir. The chatter died down, leaving only the music. A drunk omega stumbled over, peeling off the inhibitor patch on the back of his neck, his eyes hazy as he looked at Liam. Noah had never felt the power of pheromones so directly. Because he couldn't experience it himself, his understanding of it was more like a clinical condition, especially after seeing Liam's tonku and lack of control during his rut. He had thought of pheromones as a useless source of suffering. But now, the way those omegas looked at Liam was pure, raw attraction. A wave of overwhelming panic washed over Noah. Liam had been out for too long. The inhibitor patch was only effective for 12 hours, and it had gotten wet on the beach. Noah's face grew cold as he realized the danger. He glared at the omegas, his anger palpable. But they were drunk and aroused by the faint scent of Liam's pheromones, devoid of shame or morality. They looked at Liam with hunger, as if they would pounce on him if Noah wasn't there. Liam leaned close to Noah's ear. Noah, let's get out of here. Noah grabbed his hand and walked. He was silent, his grip tight on Liam's wrist as he marched forward, until Liam gently pointed out that they were going in the wrong direction. Noah stopped abruptly. Liam was about to try and soothe him when Noah exploded. "Why did you only bring one inhibitor patch?" Liam tried to explain that his patches were a special, high-potency formula, but Noah didn't give him a chance to speak. "You love it, don't you? Watching your pheromones drive those omegas crazy. It's fascinating, really. Are you all just animals? Do you only have instincts?" Noah's eyes were red-rimmed. Liam insisted his pheromones weren't leaking. Noah rarely looked so flustered and lost. He could only mask it with cold words. "Right, they're not leaking. Because you're so high level. You have a natural dominance over them. They're obviously low-grade omegas. Just a little exposure and they turn into that. Liam, why don't you go try it? It might be nice." Liam was stunned. Noah was smiling, but it was a brittle, fake smile. "Then you wouldn't have to smash things during your rut, and you wouldn't have to use me as a tool. You could start with the extract, see how good it feels. Then you could try someone with a high compatibility match like that Julian guy and get a full body mark." Before he could finish, Liam pulled him into a tight embrace. "I don't see you as a tool, but that's what I am. A container for you to use during your rut." "Noah, don't say that. You know how I feel. Please don't say that." Noah's voice broke. "You won't be able to stick with it. Even without your mother's opposition, you won't be able to stick with it. Trust me, Noah." "I don't trust you," Noah said, biting Liam's shoulder to stop his own trembling sobs, his voice turning icy again. "I don't trust you at all." Liam's father, a formidable figure in the business world, had ultimately succumbed to instinct. If he had truly loved his first love, he wouldn't be living in apparent harmony with Liam's mother now. Pheromone compatibility had made them a loving couple. It was all predetermined. Liam had grown up coddled and privileged. He had no reason to force himself to suffer. Noah remembered what Liam had said about his family's company facing crises, and how it was always Victoria who saved the day. She and her family were his father's greatest asset. And me? Noah thought. What can I offer Liam? Liam's voice broke through his spiraling thoughts. He looked up and saw the hurt in Liam's eyes. "Noah, if you give up, what am I supposed to hold on for?" A sharp pain shot through Noah's chest, making it hard to breathe. They were both fighting. The real storm hadn't even hit yet. How could he surrender now? There were decades ahead, hundreds of ruts. His eyelashes trembled. He stood on his tiptoes and hugged Liam. He initiated the hug. "I won't go to crowded places anymore. I'll carry 3 inhibitor patches every day. I'll try not to go out right before and during my rut. Okay?" Noah clung to Liam. "Don't be scared, Noah. Don't be scared." Noah held on to Liam's shoulders and neck like a small, frightened cat. A cat's affection is always fleeting. By the time they were nearing the hotel, Noah was ignoring him again. Liam tried to take his hand, but he balled it into a fist. Liam touched his shoulder, and he turned away. In the elevator, an elderly couple got on, holding hands and walking unsteadily. Noah held the door for them. The old woman smiled and thanked him. She had a kind face. She looked at Noah, then at Liam. "Are you two here on your honeymoon? You look like newlyweds." Before Noah could deny it, Liam said, "Yes, we are." Noah stared at his shoes, listening to Liam chat with the couple. The old woman said they were celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. She even plucked a rose from her bouquet and gave it to Noah. Noah didn't react until Liam took it for him and placed it in his hand. "Thank you, Grandma," Noah mumbled as the couple stepped out of the elevator. Back in the room, Noah went to shower first. When he came out, He saw the rose in a small glass bottle on the bedside table. He had no idea where Liam had found it. He went back into the bathroom. Liam was unbuttoning his shirt. He saw Noah and smiled, a little surprised. "What's this? You dare to come in while I'm showering?" Noah walked up to him, standing between him and the sink. The steam created an intimate atmosphere. The air smelled of Noah's body wash. Liam leaned down, his cheek brushing against Noah's temple. "What do you want, Noah?" Noah reached up, his hand circling Liam's neck, and touched his gland through the waterproof inhibitor patch. Liam's throat bobbed. He lifted Noah onto the sink counter. "What does this mean, Noah?" Noah didn't answer. Liam's kisses rained down on him, more passionate and frenzied than the night before. A dream of falling from a great height woke Liam in the early hours of the morning. His breathing was uneven. The space beside him was empty. Noah was gone. Liam was instantly wide awake. He called out Noah's name, but there was no reply. He jumped out of bed and looked around the suite. To his relief, he saw a silhouette on the balcony. He rushed over. Noah was sitting on a wicker lounge chair, his knees hugged to his chest, his head tilted back. He was holding a shimmering silver chain, examining it in the pre-dawn light. Liam wrapped his arms around him from behind. "You scared me, Noah." His voice was trembling. "Did you think I left?" Liam buried his face in Noah's chest, letting out a long, slow breath. Noah stroked his hair, finding his fear a little amusing. "Where would I go? I haven't even graduated yet, you idiot." Liam laughed at his own absurdity, then lay down on top of Noah. "Right, you still have another year of school, then you'll go abroad. Which country do you want to study in?" "I don't know. Maybe the UK. It depends on which schools the joint business and law program partners with." "What about you? Are you going to Germany?" It was known that Julian was studying in Germany, and Victoria wanted Liam to go too. "Why does Ethan tell you everything?" Noah smiled. Liam shifted, resting his head on Noah's lap. Noah straightened his legs to let him. "I'm not going anywhere," Liam said. "I'll stick to my current plan, take over more work at Crestwood, build my career, and wait for you to come back. Then I'll hire you as Crestwood's legal counsel. Would you be interested, Mr. Counselor?" No one becomes a legal counsel for a major corporation right after graduation. Noah ran his fingers through Liam's hair. "I say you can. You sound like a spoiled rich kid." Liam chuckled and rolled over to hug Noah's waist. "You just follow your own path, Noah. Don't let anyone influence you." Noah suddenly remembered Leo saying to him under the dorm lights, "Man, Noah, you're having the best 21st year ever." Even if Liam hadn't been in his life, his 21st year would have been good. He was hardworking and successful enough on his own. But Liam's presence had made the last 2 years extraordinary, unforgettable. "What's this?" Liam asked, spotting the chain in Noah's hand. Noah tried to hide it, but Liam caught his wrist. "Did you buy this last night?" "I didn't see you buy it." Noah opened his hand, letting the chain fall into Liam's palm. He was about to deny it, but he stopped himself. After a long pause, he said quietly, "A birthday present from 2 years ago." Liam was stunned. "For me?" Noah looked away. "Who else?" Liam sat up straight, his face alight with surprise. "Why didn't you give it to me?" Liam sat next to Noah and fastened the bracelet around his own wrist, nudging Noah with his elbow. "Help me, Noah." Noah hugged his knees, curled up like a turtle. Liam had to do it himself. When he finally got the men's bracelet on, Noah glanced at it and laughed. "Doesn't look good at all," he mumbled. "I think it looks great, really great." Back then, Noah had been unsophisticated. A $500 jacket was a luxury he would keep in his closet, afraid to wear. He knew nothing about picking out high-end accessories. He had been overwhelmed by the 5-figure price tags in the jewelry store and had chosen a much cheaper bracelet, thinking Liam would like it. In reality, Liam never wore bracelets. He preferred things with strong, clean lines like steel watches and his massive cars. "It doesn't suit you," Noah said, taking the bracelet off. Liam tried to stop him, but Noah put it on his own wrist. The ends of the chain dangled, swaying. He held out his wrist for Liam to fasten it. He didn't look at Liam, his long hair falling over his face, hiding his amber eyes. But Liam felt sure he was smiling. Liam leaned in to kiss him first, then carefully fastened the bracelet. Noah's wrist was slender and pale. It suited him better than Liam. "Thank you, Noah. Why did you break up with me back then?" "That day, I went to your house with this gift. I was at the door, about to knock, when I heard Ryan inside asking you whose sweatshirt was on the balcony, asking if you were dating someone. You said you weren't." Liam froze for a second, about to explain, but Noah pressed his hand against his chest. "I know the truth now. I'm not angry anymore." Liam held his hand. "Were there any other reasons?" Noah thought for a moment. "Yes." "What?" "I'm not telling you." Liam pulled Noah onto his lap, tickling him, but Noah wouldn't say a word. The little cat glanced at Liam, then turned his head away haughtily. "You can spend your time guessing." Liam sighed with a smile. As the sun began to rise, Liam suddenly said, "Noah, from now on we'll spend every birthday together." Noah didn't answer. He rested his head on Liam's shoulder as Liam wrapped him in a blanket. They sat on the balcony, watching the sun rise from the sea, a ball of orange fire climbing into the sky. They spent 3 days on the island. On the morning of the 4th day, Noah woke up in Liam's arms. Liam's arms started to pull him closer, but Noah said, "Liam, let's go back." Liam's movement stopped. "Turn on your phone. If you stay out of contact any longer, your family will be in a panic, and that will only make things worse." Liam snuggled against Noah. Noah's body was covered in red marks, his arms and waist aching, and he still had to endure the perpetrator's childish whining. He stared at the ceiling. Liam was pressed against him, his hair tickling Noah's chin. They were so close. Noah thought, if only time could stop right now. But when Liam turned on his phone, it was all over. In just 3 days, Ryan had called him over 50 times. Victoria and Marcus had called 10 times. Notifications popped up like a chaotic symphony. A message from Victoria was time-stamped from 3 days ago at 11:20 p.m. It had been sent shortly after Liam had turned off his phone on the way to the hotel. "Your dean told me you're dating someone. A beta. Is this true?" Liam looked at the message, then at Noah, who was getting dressed. "This is what they call knowing your mother," he said with a wry smile. "Yes," he replied to her. A moment later, Victoria's reply came through. "Come home immediately." It was obvious they knew he had run away. Noah had come from Liam's house, so he had no luggage of his own. He packed his clothes in Liam's suitcase. When he was done, he handed the suitcase to Liam. After checking out of the hotel, they boarded the plane. Through the window, Noah watched the candy-colored island shrink into a tiny dot. He felt like there was so much they hadn't had a chance to do. He tried to find the wishing tree in the distance and made his wish one more time. Please keep Liam safe and healthy. He also wanted to wish for them to be together forever, but he felt that would be too greedy. Liam intertwined their fingers. Noah turned his head. Liam smiled at him. Liam didn't usually smile much. If Noah was gloomy, then Liam was genuinely cold and aloof. In the beginning, Noah had found him unapproachable. But since they started dating, Liam had changed. He had become clingy, loved to play pitiful, and was shamelessly thick-skinned. No one else had ever seen this side of him. As the pride of his family, a leader among his peers, Liam was always polite and composed. Only Noah knew the truth. He was the alpha who would follow Noah to bed with just a beckoning finger. He was the idiot who, after a fumbled first time, had been so regretful that he had woken Noah up in the middle of the night to do it twice more. Noah propped his head on his arm. The memories alone were enough to make him smile. But the smile faded quickly. The Salvatore family's black town car was waiting at the airport entrance. A middle-aged man got out, took their suitcase, and said to Liam, "Mr. Salvatore, your mother is waiting for you at the Crestwood house." "Noah, are you going back to campus or home?" Liam called his house their home. "Let's go back." The drive from the airport to Crestwood was about 15 miles. Along the way, they passed 2 parks and a children's amusement park with a giant windmill, but Noah didn't notice. His world had turned gray. The pressure was overwhelming. He finally admitted to himself that he was scared, terrified. It was hard to breathe. He suddenly realized that all his hard-won achievements, his GPA, his honors, his scholarships, were meaningless in front of Victoria Salvatore. The largest scholarship he had ever received was the Crestwood Scholarship. He had heard it was established when Marcus Salvatore, after a few drinks with the university president, had casually promised it. A few $1,000,000, just like that. It took Noah a whole semester of relentless studying, of aiming for over 95 in every class, just to get a fraction of that. His background was modest. He lived with his grandfather. His father had died young, and his mother had remarried. And on top of it all, he was a beta. A tremor ran through him. His vision was blurry, gray, as if he were lying on an endless black sand beach with no sun. Why was he so scared? He didn't know. The moment the car turned the corner and he saw the guardhouse of the Crestwood Estates, he started to shake. Liam took his hand, but it didn't help. The front door of the house was open. Noah's face was pale. Liam didn't look much more relaxed, but he did his best to comfort him. Victoria was sitting on the sofa. The moment she saw Noah, she seemed to remember. Oh, Ethan's tutor. Victoria was a beautiful woman, but her beauty had a sharp edge. Her features were strong and defined. With a little makeup, she looked formidable. But she nodded and smiled at Noah. "Mom, Noah and I..." Victoria stood up, still smiling. "Look at you, you're not a child anymore. Running off with a friend and hiding it from your parents. Isn't that a little childish?" Liam knew she was trying to deflect, but he had to say it. Victoria acted as if she hadn't heard. She turned to Noah with the warmth of a gracious host. "Are you heading back to campus, Noah? It's getting late. I'll have the driver take you." Liam pulled Noah behind him. "Mom, I've chosen Noah." The smile vanished from Victoria's face. "What do you mean, chosen?" "He is the only person I will ever marry." Victoria looked as if she had heard the funniest joke in the world. "Your father said the same thing once," she said scornfully. Noah's hand clenched. Liam squeezed it from behind. "Mom, I don't want to fight with you. I just want to show you how serious I am. You're only 22. I take responsibility for my own decisions. Dad has already invested in that pharmaceutical research institute. A drug for the rut will be developed. Technology is advancing so quickly. In a few years," Victoria cut him off, her voice sharp with anger. "Your father and I have been whispered about behind our backs our whole marriage. Do you want to make a joke of us too? You with a beta? Do you think your mother is a laughingstock?" I will never allow you to be together. You're only in your 20s. You can't bear this responsibility. Noah's heart clenched. He had finally heard the words he had been dreading. The rut is just one hurdle. There are decades to come. Without a full mark, a 9-level alpha like you, who is envied by everyone now, will live a more painful life than anyone. If Noah were an omega, even with a low compatibility match, I would accept it. But he is a beta. It is absolutely impossible. Noah's fingernails dug into his palms. The pain spread through his body. He didn't dare move. He could only scream silently in his mind. What do we do, Liam? Julian is back. Noah looked up sharply. Victoria's gaze went past Liam's shoulder to Noah. She said to Liam, you can make a comparison and then decide. Right there, in front of Noah, she called Julian's mother. Noah felt like he was in a nightmare. He tried to leave, but Liam whispered, Noah, just wait. Wait for what? What could possibly change? But the triumphant smile on Victoria's face suddenly vanished. He could hear Mrs. Vance's voice through the phone. Victoria, I heard from my cousin's son, Evan, that your Liam is already dating someone. This is rather awkward for our Julian, don't you think? Victoria quickly denied it. No, Mrs. Vance, that's not true. Mrs. Vance continued, and your son hasn't sent Julian a single message all this time. You know, compatibility scores aren't everything in a relationship, are they? Her words were dripping with sarcasm. Victoria, trying to save face, could only agree. She hung up, about to unleash her fury, when there was a rush of footsteps at the door. It was Ryan and Evan. Liam, I'm going crazy. We just dealt with Julian, and now there's a Noah? Who is Noah? Evan's voice cut through the tense atmosphere. Liam pinched the bridge of his nose and pulled Noah in front of him. The first thing Evan saw when he walked in was Liam's hand on a boy's shoulder. The boy looked familiar, like someone he had seen in a lecture at the university. That night, at the joint business and law program lecture, he had snuck in to surprise Liam. Liam had walked from this long-haired boy's side back to the last row. You too. Evan charged forward. Victoria frowned, annoyed. Evan, can you please not cause more trouble? What do you mean I'm causing trouble? Aunt Victoria, you have really disappointed me this time. Before the compatibility test, you let me be Liam's childhood sweetheart, saying a 70% match was good enough. Now that the results are out, you go behind my back to contact the Vances. How could you be so selfish? How dare you speak to an elder like that? Well, it's not going to be me, and it's not going to be Julian either. You, Evan and Julian were distant cousins, but they were similar in age and background and were often compared. Julian was said to be gentle and generous, while Evan was known for being spoiled and arrogant. Evan had always disliked Julian, even though they had barely met. When Ryan told him that Victoria had found the perfect omega for Liam through the compatibility test, his heart had sunk. But when he heard it was Julian, he was furious. He immediately called Julian and boasted about how he and Liam had grown up together, how they were destined to be together, and told the Vances to give up. Julian, who had been intrigued by Liam's photo, was so irritated by Evan's tirade that he told his mother he wanted nothing to do with the Salvatore family. Julian has too much pride to contact Liam now, Auntie. So go ahead, search the gene bank again. The Vances aren't going to come begging. Victoria had a blinding headache. You're so reckless. You've ruined everything. Evan was a little scared. His parents had yelled at him too. But he didn't regret it. He stood his ground. If you had chosen a bride for your son, you could have told me. But you went through my aunt to contact the Vances and told her to keep it from me. That was cruel. You don't care about me at all, so why should I listen to you? What is wrong with you, child? I was only doing what I had to do. Evan crossed his arms, unafraid. Liam let out a sigh of relief. He squeezed Noah's shoulder. Noah whispered to him, "One down, one to go. You're quite the heartbreaker." Liam chuckled. "Help me fend them off, Noah. What are you two whispering about?" Evan shouted, rushing forward again. He grabbed Liam's arm, trying to pull him away. "Liam, he's a beta. Are you crazy?" Liam was pulled a few steps forward. "Evan, we've been dating for over a year." Evan let go of his arm, looking at Liam in disbelief. "I don't believe you." But then he looked down and saw the faint marks on Liam's neck. There were similar marks on the skin visible above Noah's collar. They both smelled faintly of each other. "You said you would wait for me." Liam thought for a moment, trying to remember when he had said that. "I said I would wait for you to grow up and mature," he corrected, "so we could talk about work, not so we could date." Tears welled up in Evan's eyes. "No, you're a liar." He looked around for something to vent his anger on. He saw the bag of snacks and drinks in Ryan's hand and snatched it, throwing it at Liam and Noah. Liam shielded Noah with his body. Evan froze, tears streaming down his face. He had always tried to be good in front of Liam, sweet and gentle, all an act to win his affection. He had gone to study abroad in middle school, waiting and waiting, but Liam had stayed in the country for middle school, high school, and college. "You're a huge liar." With nothing left to throw, Evan pointed at them. "You will pay for this." He turned to Ryan. "And you, get out." Ryan was bewildered. "What did I do?" Evan stormed out. His appearance had turned the tense confrontation into an awkward mess. Victoria didn't know what to do. She tried calling Mrs. Vance, but she didn't answer. How had everything been ruined by that child? She was furious but knew she had to be patient. She picked up her bag to leave. As she passed Noah, she glanced at both of them, her eyes lingering on Noah. He looked nervous. "Good luck to you both," she said. The moment she was gone, Noah turned and buried his face in Liam's neck, overwhelmed with relief. Liam held him tight. "It's over, Noah. Don't be scared." Ryan's mouth hung open. "Is that really that gloomy, weird kid? How is he suddenly so docile?" He curled his lip in disgust and said to Liam, "Dude, I'm out of here." "Thanks," Liam said. "Huh?" Ryan was confused. "Thanks for what?" A few days earlier, after leaving his father's office, Liam had sent Ryan a message. "The omega my mom found for me through the gene bank is related to Evan. He's his distant cousin." Liam knew Ryan would tell Evan. He knew Evan would cause a scene. The Evans weren't as powerful as the Salvatores, but Evan had always been spoiled and uncontrollable. He had thought Evan might be the key to breaking the stalemate. The Evans and Vances were related, so Victoria couldn't afford to alienate the Evans. It was a strategic move. He didn't know how Evan planned to make him pay, but he thought, a familiar, predictable time bomb is better than the 97% compatible Julian. Hearing Liam's thanks, Ryan was completely lost. Did I mess things up? Or did I help? He wondered as he walked away. Liam took Noah back to campus, then went home alone. He was bracing himself for a storm, but Marcus stopped him at the door. "I know everything. Don't come in tonight. Go get your mother a gift." Liam was confused. "Flowers or jewelry? Go now." So Liam went back to his car. He drove to a luxury boutique and bought a necklace, then a bouquet of red carnations and pale pink cappuccino roses. Victoria might seem like a no-nonsense career woman, but she had a soft side, as evidenced by her jewelry collection. When Liam returned with the gifts, Marcus was in the garden on the phone, smiling. It was a smile he rarely showed in front of Victoria. When he saw Liam, his smile faltered. He finished his call and came over, taking the gifts from Liam. I'll handle this, son. For now, just spend more time with your mother. Behave and don't bring up Noah all the time. If you do, only mention his good qualities. Don't fight with her for a while. I understand. Thanks, Dad. And go see Evan's parents too. Don't be so cold. Marcus glanced at his phone, then smiled at Liam before heading back inside. Victoria was sitting on the sofa, fuming, the housekeeper standing by, trembling. Marcus sighed and sat down next to her, dismissing the housekeeper. He placed the flowers and jewelry in her hands. A peace offering from our son. Victoria turned her head away. He's grown up. It's normal for him to have his own ideas. Besides, he's your son. Did you really expect him to be completely obedient with no mind of his own? Of course he has a mind of his own, Victoria sneered, looking at Marcus contemptuously. He found a beta. He's much more decisive than you. Marcus's face tightened. Looking at him, do you feel regret? Your son is much braver than you. Are you thinking about how wonderful it would have been if you had eloped all those years ago? Victoria's words were meant to hurt. I have no regrets. Victoria was stunned. Marcus took her hand. Victoria, we've been married for so many years. You should know. Know what? That you're the only one for me now. Victoria's eyes widened. She looked at him, wanting to ask but afraid to. She had waited decades to hear those words. Marcus smiled at her. Give me a chance and give our son a chance. The years we wasted fighting all that unhappiness. Do you really want him to go through the same thing? Victoria's resolve was clearly wavering, but she wouldn't admit defeat. She gripped the bouquet so tightly her knuckles turned white. It wasn't until Marcus hugged her that her expression softened, showing a hint of vulnerability. In the end, Victoria agreed not to break them up, but she insisted she would continue to communicate with Mrs. Vance. Marcus agreed. He looked out the living room's floor-to-ceiling windows. The sun was shining, but the wind was howling. It was the last joint business and law program lecture of the semester. Noah wouldn't miss it. He had already missed one of his elective classes when they ran away, and he was still annoyed about it. Leo had also signed up for the program. As a transfer student, he had a lot of CRS to make up and probably wouldn't graduate at the same time as Noah. So he was taking his time, determined to enjoy college life to the fullest. He sat next to Noah, complaining, "Why do we have to sit in the front row? I've hated the front row my whole life. And right in the middle, too. It's terrifying." "You can sit in the back," Noah said. Leo nudged him. "No way. It's my first time in this lecture. I'm nervous. I'm sticking with you." Noah shook his head. "You seem different since you got back from your trip." "Different how?" "You seem less tense. You used to be like you were walking a tightrope every day." Noah paused, then smiled. "Really? You're smiling? Oh my God. Noah, you're acting like an omega." Noah's smile vanished. Leo immediately covered his mouth. "Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean anything by it. I just meant you seem more relaxed." Noah didn't want to talk to him. Leo continued his gossip. "So what about Liam? Did he get in trouble when he got home?" Noah paused, then shook his head. "I don't know. Do you think he'll back down?" Noah's fingers hovered over his keyboard, then slowly came to rest. "I don't know," he repeated. He suddenly felt a sense of peace. Whatever the outcome, he was already content. To have experienced Liam's sincere love was more important than anything. When Liam had taken him back to campus, he had acted so carefree, trying to cheer Noah up, even though he was under immense pressure himself. Noah thought about his wish. All he wanted now was for Liam to be safe and healthy. It was strange. As a child, he had thought that phrase, often written on birthday cards, was so cliché. Now he understood. When you truly care about someone, that's all you want for them. But what if he does back down? You'll be heartbroken, Noah. I'm already heartbroken, Noah thought. Will you please shut up? Movies are all lies. These rich kids don't give up their kingdoms for love. Noah didn't understand what he was talking about. Just then, there was a stir behind them. Leo looked back. What's going on? He turned and met Liam's eyes. Liam smiled at him. Hello. Leo jumped up so fast he hit his thigh on the desk, wincing in pain. Noah finally looked up. Liam placed his leather messenger bag on the floor and sat down next to him. There was no empty seat between them. In front of everyone, Liam Salvatore sat down next to him. All eyes were on them. The sound of whispers drowned out the class bell. They were all watching, dissecting every move, every detail. The rumors were true. Liam Salvatore was really with the loner from the law school. Noah's heart leaped into his throat. What are you doing? He hissed. Attending class with my boyfriend. Liam pushed his bag aside and greeted Leo properly. I don't believe we've met. I am Leo. Liam smiled. Nice to meet you, Leo. Noah often says you're a good friend of his. Liam was smiling, but his alpha presence was still intimidating. Leo awkwardly shook his hand, swallowing nervously. Noah was mortified. He swatted Liam's arm. What are you doing? Have you completely given up? Liam knew everyone was watching, but he didn't care. He propped his head on his hand, turning to face Noah, and said with a grin, Yep. Since it's already like this, I might as well spend my time with my boyfriend. Seeing Noah's stony expression, Liam nudged his hand, then playfully tapped his keyboard. Just as Noah was about to lose his temper, Liam leaned in and whispered, Get back together with me, boyfriend. Noah was stunned. Let's have a real campus romance, okay? Noah used to watch couples holding hands on campus and feel a pang of envy, thinking about his and Liam's complicated arrangement. But now he felt nothing but irritation. In the 100 yards from the lecture hall to the main quad, he had tried to pull his hand away from Liam's 10 times. Finally, he stopped, fed up, and met Liam's smiling face. And he couldn't say a single harsh word. Do you think the crisis is over? It's not. Your mother hasn't said anything. Evan is definitely going to try to get revenge. Nothing is resolved, so what are you smiling about? Just then, 2 students walking past stared at them, tripped over a curb, and fell. Liam put his arm around Noah's shoulder and kept walking. There are a lot of things that aren't resolved, but life goes on. Don't be so gloomy, little cat. Did you deliberately leak the information about Julian to Evan? Noah stopped and sneered. A 9-level alpha indeed. You know exactly what your advantages are. Liam was always aware of the effect he had on others. Jealous? Ha! Liam's smile deepened. Evan is just a childish, spoiled brat. But only his recklessness could break the current stalemate. It was necessary. He said he would make us pay. Liam was silent for a moment. I doubt it. Knowing him, he's probably smashing photos of us right now and anything else related to me. Then, tomorrow, he'll probably come find me, try to threaten me, and when that doesn't work, he'll come find you. Noah sighed. Then you need to be strong, Noah. What does it have to do with me? You're the one who caused this. Knowing him, Noah grumbled to himself. How well do you know him? Childhood sweethearts. So boring. Just grew up together, nothing more. Noah quickened his pace. Liam hurried to catch up. He managed to pry Noah's clenched fist open just enough to slip his fingers inside. And finally, they were holding hands again. The wind rustled through the trees, messing up Noah's hair. He used his free hand to smooth it down and saw Liam staring at him, a smile in his eyes. I've thought about this so many times, walking with you on campus like this. Noah looked away, flustered, and tried to pull his hand back. Let go. Answer me, little cat. Let's get back together. Who was dating you? Who broke up with you? Noah grumbled under his breath. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't? Liam seemed unsurprised. Then let me refresh your memory. We first met at Ethan's house 2 years ago in March. Not long after, a certain little cat started trying to seduce me. First, by deliberately pushing back Ethan's tutoring sessions to run into me. Then, by asking me to the movies. And then, taking advantage of a rainstorm to get stuck in my car, come back to my place, and where Noah clapped a hand over his mouth. It was just as the library was closing, and the paths were getting crowded. Liam's height and presence made him stand out, and people kept turning to look. Then they would see Noah and start whispering. Noah, fed up, pulled Liam into a small grove of trees. Before he could say anything, Liam's lips were on his. He held Noah's waist, his desire palpable. Noah knew that Liam was only pretending to be relaxed. He was caught between his mother's demands and his own feelings, trying to appease her while also winning Noah over. Noah wanted to tell him, from the moment I agreed to run away with you, I gave you everything. I will never be the one to give up first, you idiot. Liam held him tighter. So, will you? Noah slowly reached out and wrapped his arms around Liam's waist. He realized, with a jolt, that he had never initiated such a simple embrace before. He was always the one being held. When Liam hugged him, he would tighten his arms and stroke his back. Noah copied the motion, rubbing Liam's back. Okay, he said. Let's get back together. He didn't want to waste any more time. Liam's kiss landed on the side of his neck. That night, Noah thought Liam would drag him back to Crestwood. He seemed desperate enough. But Liam only walked him to his dorm, squeezed his cheek and said, "Go on up." Noah was puzzled. As he started up the steps, he looked back. Liam gave him a playful wink. Noah wanted to ask, but couldn't find the words. He went back to his room, confused and slightly annoyed. His dorm was on the 3rd floor. Usually, people would practically press themselves against the wall to avoid him as he passed. Tonight, it was different. Everyone was curious about the face under the long, dark hair. How had he managed to attract Liam Salvatore? If Noah happened to look up, they would give an awkward, friendly-ish smile. He felt like a houseplant that had inexplicably sold for a fortune at auction. Everyone was trying to find a reason for his value. Was it his looks? But he was a beta. Was he rich? But look at how he dressed. Was he nice? Even less likely. Noah could almost hear their thoughts in their stares. He reached his dorm room. Leo was outside on the phone. When he saw someone from the next room stick their head out to stare at Noah, he stood in front of Noah and yelled, "What are you looking at? What's with that look? It's so disrespectful." The student quickly retreated. Noah put down his bag and smiled at Leo. "Thanks. You're really famous now," Leo said, hanging up and following him into the room. Noah shrugged. Their other roommate, Kevin, who had just heard the news, looked at Leo's calm expression and asked in shock, "You already knew?" "Yep." "Wait a second," Kevin said, turning to Noah. "You and Liam Salvatore have been together for a while?" "When?" Noah thought for a moment. "Since April 2 years ago." Kevin nearly choked on his soda. For the nearly 2 years that Noah had been ostracized by the entire dorm, the entire class, he had been dating the future heir to the billion-dollar Crestwood holdings. Kevin shook his head, still in shock. You are. Unbelievably unfazed by anything. Noah's mind was still stuck on why Liam hadn't taken him home. He wanted to ask Leo but was too embarrassed. He was still thinking about it after his shower. That night, he dreamt of May 2 years ago. Their first time. It was raining heavily outside. Noah was sitting on the edge of the bed in Liam's shirt. Liam walked over to him and asked, "What does this mean?" Noah said nothing, just stared at him. "What does he want?" Liam wondered. "Money? But he never accepts my gifts. Is he playing hard to get?" But his eyes are always so direct. All his actions sent one clear signal. "I want to sleep with you." Liam had had many admirers, but Noah was unique. He lifted Noah onto the center of the bed and leaned over him. Noah's chest was rising and falling rapidly, but his gaze remained steady. Liam kissed his cheek. Noah's skin was so pale that his blush was startlingly obvious. Everywhere Liam's lips touched, the skin turned a rosy red. Liam was captivated. He played with Noah's hair, twirling a strand around his finger. Tickled, and Noah burrowed into his chest. Noah had a unique, unconscious charm. When he moved closer to Liam, there was no flirtation, no attempt to please. He just looked at Liam with a slightly bewildered expression, as if to ask, "Why haven't you started yet?" Liam lost all self-control. He bit Noah's lip, nibbling and sucking. It was only then that Noah started to look scared. He put his hands on Liam's shoulders, his fingertips cold and trembling. Liam undid his shirt, button by button, revealing Noah's smooth, pale skin. Back then, Liam had still been a gentleman. He asked for permission at every step. Noah just held on to him, staring blankly at the ceiling, agreeing to everything. The first time wasn't exactly comfortable. Two novices, one with only theoretical knowledge, the other only knowing how to endure pain. Afterwards, Liam held Noah through the blanket, wanting to apologize but unable to find the words. After a long silence, Noah suddenly said, "It was good." That one sentence ignited something in Liam. Noah had just been trying to soothe him so they could sleep, but after that, sleep was impossible. Liam looked at the boy in his arms, covered in red marks like blooming flowers, beautiful and pitiful. His long, dark hair was spread out on the pillow, his forehead damp with sweat. Liam leaned in and heard him whimpering like a kitten. "Liam, please." Liam immediately held him tighter. But then Noah begged again. "Tighter." So Liam tightened his arms, and Noah snuggled into his embrace and finally fell asleep. From that day on, Liam had gotten used to holding him tightly. Noah didn't ask for anything in their relationship. Before he heard Liam say, "I'm not dating anyone," he wouldn't even accept gifts. All he really wanted was for Liam to hold him a little tighter. To be cherished by someone like Liam gave him the illusion that he, too, was worthy of love. He woke up the next morning to the sound of Leo's incessant alarm. Noah was the one who woke up first. He groggily opened his eyes as his phone vibrated. He picked it up. "Little cat, you have 3 classes in a row this morning, right? Your boyfriend has already bought you breakfast. I'm in the parking lot next to the dorm. Come quickly." Noah blinked, making sure he wasn't dreaming. A few seconds later, he was fully awake. He got dressed and climbed down from his bunk bed, then paused and climbed back up. He changed out of his loose, dark gray sweatshirt and into a white button-down and a cream-colored sweater, with a blue wool coat over it. He tied his hair back and quickly combed it. This should look better, he thought. He ran downstairs. A student on his way to the water fountain saw him and wondered who that was. He looked familiar. Noah sprinted to the parking lot, then slowed down as he got closer, evening out his breathing. He saw Liam's Range Rover. When he got in, Liam was adjusting the car's music. He noticed Noah's different look immediately, his eyes lighting up. "Are you going on a date with me today, Noah? You look so nice." "No," Noah said. "Then who are you dressing up for?" he asked, though he already knew the answer. Noah didn't play along. "I went to the cafeteria, but nothing looked good, so I drove out to get some stuff. There are steamed buns here and soy milk and fried dough sticks, and a bowl of wonton soup. You pick first and I'll have the rest." Liam started pointing things out. "The beef pot stickers from this place are amazing, but they're too greasy, and I know you don't like greasy food in the morning. So I got their steamed dumplings instead. You can try those. If you don't like them, have the wonton soup. I've only bought that for you before, but you said you liked it. And this fried dough stick, it's fresh, still crispy." Liam held out the fried dough stick to Noah's mouth like he was coaxing a child. "Take a bite." Noah obediently took a bite. "See? It's crispy. The ones in the cafeteria are always limp. And try this steamed cake, it's good too." Noah looked at Liam. He was probably heading to the office after this, so he was wearing a gray plaid suit with a black overcoat, looking sharp and mature. Liam was no longer a student, but he was still doing all this for him, attending lectures, walking him to his dorm, having breakfast with him, all because he wanted Noah to have a real campus romance. "Noah, try this," Liam said softly. Noah didn't want the cake. He leaned past the plastic containers and kissed Liam's lips. It was just a quick peck. Then he sat back and started eating his wonton soup. Liam took a moment to recover. He looked at Noah, stunned. Did Noah just kiss him? Noah's expression was calm, as if nothing had happened. After he finished eating, he took a few sips of soy milk from the cup Liam was holding. Liam was fussing over him like a mother hen, worried he would be hungry or thirsty. "Do you have your thermos?" Noah, annoyed by his nagging, pushed his hand away. "You're so annoying. I'm leaving." But Liam grabbed him again. "Kiss me again." The little cat had a lot of love to give, but he was afraid of getting hurt. So he doled it out in small doses, carefully placing it in Liam's hands and begging him to cherish it. As Noah was leaving the parking lot, he got a message from Liam. "See you tonight, boyfriend." Noah walked faster, his steps light on the paving stones. Noah was in the library, preparing for his case study report for the next semester. He had just settled on a topic and was downloading a pile of all English case files from the university's free database. He didn't wear glasses but had a slight astigmatism, so he preferred reading physical copies. He saved the files to a USB drive and was about to head to the printing room when someone approached him. It was Evan. With his curly hair, round eyes, and slightly chubby cheeks, he looked like a doll. But he was glaring at Noah. "Let's talk." Noah put down his USB drive, closed his laptop, and followed Evan outside. "I've been thinking about it, and I just don't get why he would choose a beta. I barely even know any betas." Evan turned to face him. "Do you think you're so smart? You've snagged the future heir of Crestwood Holdings, and you think everything will be perfect? Forget his stubborn mother. With his 9-level pheromones, you're in for a rough time." Noah didn't say anything. Evan continued, "Don't act like you're the winner here and I'm just some clown. After all this, do you really think I still like him?" Noah shrugged. "Then what did you want to say to me?" "I want to see you two break up." "What's in it for you?" "Nothing. He won't get with me even if you break up. But I just want to make you miserable." Noah looked away. "I've liked him for years. Don't think he's the perfect gentleman he appears to be. He's not. He's calculating and manipulative." Noah silently agreed. Liam had two completely different sides. His natural authority and his tendency to act spoiled with Noah weren't contradictory. "My father always said the Salvatores, father and son, are wolves in sheep's clothing. Don't think you've hit the jackpot. Noah sighed. He wasn't good at dealing with aggressive rivals. He could only say his mother couldn't make us break up. What makes you think you can? Evan was speechless. He had just heard the same thing from Liam. He couldn't lose his temper in front of a top-tier alpha, so he was taking it out on Noah. He pointed at him. Don't get too comfortable. You think Liam's mother has given up so easily? When she gets serious, not even the Crestwood board dares to cross her. She's still calling the Vances 3 times a day. Evan sneered. Your happy days are numbered. Just then, Leo ran over. Seeing Noah at a disadvantage, he stood in front of him. What are you doing? You want to fight? Evan rolled his eyes. Another beta. Birds of a feather. You looking for a fight? Didn't your mother teach you any manners? They were both hot-tempered. Noah grabbed Leo's arm. Thank you for he said to Evan, but I'm prepared. Evan found this laughable. Prepared with what? Your 70-year-old grandfather or your remarried mother? These people had no regard for privacy. Noah was angry but remained calm. With Liam's love, with his promise to me, Evan's expression changed. That's worthless, he sneered. Love is worthless. Evan looked at him. Yes. In the face of pheromones, love is worthless. Do you believe me? He covered his mouth in mock surprise. Oh, I almost forgot. You don't have pheromones. You've never experienced it. Leo rolled up his sleeves, ready to fight, but Noah stopped him. His voice was calm. Then what's the difference between you and Liam's mother? Evan froze, then stormed off. After he left, Leo looked at Noah, confused. What was that about? Liam's childhood sweetheart? You've already got rivals? Being a rich man's partner is tough. Noah glanced at him. Are you that bored? No way. I was just picking a spot at the entrance when I saw you and rushed over. You could at least say thank you. Noah went to the vending machine and bought a drink for Leo. Thank you for defending me. Leo was a little embarrassed. Noah, is it hard, dating someone like Liam? They walked towards the study hall. Noah didn't answer. But after dating someone like him, anyone else would seem disappointing, right? Noah stopped, then smiled at Leo. You're half right. What's the other half? Leo asked. I've never considered dating anyone else. Liam had been placed in the marketing department by his father, nominally as the director's assistant, but in reality he was acting as the director, responsible for several projects. Thanks to years of tagging along with his father to the office and attending events with his mother, he adapted quickly. He familiarized himself with the team and the work, assigning tasks and leading meetings with ease. When his team exceeded expectations, he sent out bonuses in the group chat and ordered takeout for a celebration party in the conference room. At first, everyone had been wary of him, the chairman's son and a 9-level alpha. But now they found he wasn't so unapproachable. They were even a little sad that he was being transferred to the engineering department next month. There's no more work for this afternoon. Everyone can relax, Liam announced with a smile. The team cheered. Liam closed the conference room door, his smile vanishing. In the elevator, he ran into one of the company's oldest board members. You kid, the man said, pointing at him. You're even better at winning people over than your father. Liam smiled modestly. How have you been, Mr. Quinn? Good. But not as good as your father. He's been glowing lately, like a teenager in love. Have things finally calmed down between your parents? Liam was taken aback but replied, yes, they've been getting along well lately. Back in his office, Marcus wasn't there. His assistant said he was at a construction site. Which one? The assistant checked a notepad. The new micro-apartment complex in Jiangyu Xincheng. Liam nodded. He sat on the sofa, wanting to text Noah, but then he remembered Evan's visit that morning. So he found Leo's number and asked him what had happened. Someone came looking for Noah, called him out of the library, said a bunch of threatening things, but didn't get physical. Noah didn't seem too bothered. I see. Thanks. Liam leaned back on the sofa and pinched the bridge of his nose. He had been working too hard lately, trying to prove to his mother that he was capable of standing on his own 2 feet. He was exhausted, and dealing with Evan that morning hadn't helped. He texted Noah. Noah, are you busy? Yes. The little cat, when he was being cold, wouldn't even spare an extra word. How late? I'll wait for you. Don't. Liam figured Noah was angry about Evan. He couldn't blame him. Evan was probably even more vicious in front of Noah. He was grateful Noah was even replying. Noah, please talk to me. I'll come to campus, we can talk. No. The expected coldness. Liam was used to it. His suit felt constricting. He decided to go home, change, and then go to campus to placate Noah. When he got home, he saw the living room lights were on. His heart leaped. He parked in the garage, making as little noise as possible. He didn't go in right away. He walked around to the garden and looked through the living room window. And he saw him. It was Noah. Noah was cooking. He was wearing that cute cream-colored sweater and a yellow apron, his hair half tied up. He seemed to be making soup. He lifted the pot lid with an oven mitt, added some salt, stirred with a long spoon, and then tasted it. He flinched, his shoulders jerking. He had burned himself. His slender back held the power to erase all of Liam's worries. This was a scene from his dreams of their future together. For a moment, he wondered if he was hallucinating from exhaustion. He felt lightheaded as he entered the passcode and went inside. Noah heard him but didn't react, just continued chopping vegetables. Liam wrapped his arms around him from behind. You tricked me, little cat. A faint smile touched Noah's lips. Liam buried his face in his neck, inhaling deeply. You are. Liam thought, for the first time in his 22 years, he was willingly surrendering control in a relationship. Little cat, I'm completely yours. I didn't make rice, just chicken noodle soup. Is that okay? Noah asked. Of course. Liam would have drunk a bowl of boiling soup if Noah had asked him to. Noah lifted the pot lid. Ethan said you don't like noodles. No, don't listen to him. I love everything you make. Chicken noodle soup is delicious. Pork and pickled vegetable noodle soup is delicious. Your vegetable pancakes are delicious. Liam held him tighter, his voice gooey. How are you so amazing, Noah? Noah felt sickened by the sweetness before he had even taken a bite. He pushed Liam away. Liam, be normal. How can I be normal when you look like a little domestic goddess? Noah didn't understand. What was wrong with how he looked? He found Liam's excitement strange. He was covered in the smell of cooking, yet Liam looked ready to pounce on him right there in the kitchen. He finally managed to push him away, quickly stir-fried some vegetables, and dinner was served. Liam brought out a bottle of red wine. A little? Noah thought, red wine with chicken noodle soup? A bit strange. But he had never had alcohol before and he was curious. So he nodded. 2 steaming bowls of fragrant chicken noodle soup, a side of stir-fried vegetables, and 2 glasses of red wine. Liam clinked his glass against Noah's. The crystal rang out. The cherry-scented wine swirled in the glass. Evan came to see you today. Liam chose his moment carefully. Noah's expression was calm. He bit into a piece of chicken. What did he say? The usual stuff about pheromones. Liam's eyes darkened. I'm sorry, Noah. for making you deal with all this. Noah actually found it comforting to share the burden with Liam, to face it together. It was better than Liam carrying it all alone. "It's fine," he said nonchalantly. "I thought he would say worse." It was nothing. Noah was stronger than Liam had thought. After a moment, he asked, "Did you already know about my family?" Liam didn't know how to answer. It had occurred to Noah after Evan left. If Evan could so easily mention his 70-year-old grandfather and remarried mother, then it was likely Liam had looked into his background. "Did you?" Liam confessed. "Not an investigation. I just asked someone." There was no malice in it. "What was it like, the first time you heard how my father died? Was it hard to believe?" Noah held his spoon in his left hand and used his chopsticks to move the hot noodles onto the spoon, blowing on them. He gave a self-deprecating laugh. "It is a bit dramatic. Do you still think about it often?" "Not so much anymore." Since he had been with Liam, he had had fewer nightmares. Liam would hold him close, and with someone protecting him, the nightmares couldn't get in. "You've done so well." Liam always praised him for strange things. Noah wasn't used to being treated like a child. He lowered his head and drank his soup, his face flushing. "I'll go back with you for winter break." "Okay? For what?" "To meet your family." Noah nearly choked. "It's too soon. I think it's too slow. If things with my mom were resolved, I'd be proposing right now." Noah's ears burned. "But things with your mother aren't resolved. My grandfather will definitely ask." Liam knew the root of the problem was on his side. He sighed. "But no matter what, I'm going with you this winter break." Noah gave a barely audible They clinked glasses again. Noah, having never had alcohol before, didn't know his limit. After 2 glasses, his head was spinning. When Liam finished cleaning the kitchen, he found Noah slumped on the sofa, his cheeks flushed like peaches, his slender hand dangling off the edge. Liam washed his hands and went to hold him. Ever since Liam had discovered the adorable side of Noah hidden behind his sharp words, every little thing he did seemed cute. His furrowed brow, his flailing fists, even his limp body was adorable. After teasing him for a bit, he helped him get dressed properly and held him close. "Noah, Noah," he whispered. Noah, even in his sleep, found him annoying and tried to bury his head in Liam's chest to block out the sound. "Noah, do people tell the truth when they're drunk?" Noah nodded. Liam kissed him and whispered, "Noah, do you like Liam Salvatore?" Noah seemed not to hear him and just hummed. So Liam moved closer and asked again, "Noah, do you like Liam Salvatore?" "No." Liam laughed and looked down into Noah's dazed, drunken eyes. His amber eyes looked even more hazy, like a mesmerizing illusion. Liam leaned in, but Noah pushed him away. Noah pushed himself up, creating some distance between them. Liam immediately moved closer, hovering over him, his kiss suspended in the air. Noah raised a hand and grabbed Liam's tie, a black tie with a silver pattern, and played with it. Liam was about to take off his suit jacket, but Noah stopped him. "Keep the suit on." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Just like this. Don't take off the tie either." Noah was always passive in bed. This was the first time he had made a request. Liam, of course, complied. "Okay," he said. Noah held on to his tie as they moved to the bed. The moment he lay down, Liam was on top of him. The moonlight swayed, and the shadows of the trees danced. They were both on the edge of a cliff, not knowing what dangers lay ahead. But in that moment, they held each other tightly, as if trying to merge their souls. Liam started spending all his free time with his mother. He even cooked a meal for her using a recipe Noah had taught him. It wasn't as good as Noah's, but it was the thought that counted. Victoria came over, her expression unreadable. "Trying to butter me up?" "Of course not," Liam said with a smile, helping her to her seat. "Is cooking you a meal considered buttering you up?" Marcus came home just then and saw the spread. "Don't tell me Liam cooked this," he said. "Of course," Liam said, pulling out a chair for him. "Try it." It was a rare moment of harmony for the family. Even Victoria, who was usually cold, was silent. For some reason, Marcus had been much gentler with her lately. He no longer avoided her temper. Now, even when he came home late from work, he would stay up and talk with her. They talked more in the last few weeks than they had in the last 20 years. Victoria was starting to waver. Of course, she wanted her son to be happy. But this, right now, was a kind of happiness too. "Did that beta teach you how to cook these?" she asked suddenly. Liam glanced at his father, then answered honestly. "Yes, Noah taught me." "And Evan?" Victoria asked. "How is he?" "I don't know. He blocked me. I can't reach him." Marcus frowned. "I hope that kid isn't planning anything. Evan may be spoiled, but he's not malicious." "Liam, have you been to the Evans house?" "Yes, I brought a gift. Mr. Evans said it was fine, that you can't force these things." Marcus looked relieved. "Good. The Evans are old family friends. It wouldn't be good to ruin the relationship over the kids." Liam put a piece of fish on Victoria's plate. "Mom, try this." Winter break was approaching. Noah didn't have much to do. His mother, Catherine, had asked several times when he was coming home. He kept telling her he was tutoring and would be late. He didn't want to go home, but Liam was pushing him to go, and had even bought a pile of gifts to take to his grandfather. Noah felt that since they had gotten back together, Liam had been acting like he was desperate to get married. He was always hugging him, saying, "When are we getting married? Let's go steal your family's registration documents." Noah, fed up, would elbow him and say, "Don't add fuel to the fire, rich boy." So Liam would back off. "Is getting married up to me?" Noah thought. The taunts from Victoria and Evan still echoed in his ears. The more he thought about it, the angrier he got, and he took it out on Liam, ignoring him for 2 days. To make matters worse, he heard that Marcus had arranged a dinner with the Evans and Julian's family to clear the air. The thought of Liam meeting Julian made him sick to his stomach. The intense anxiety about pheromones was churning inside him. He didn't want to seem jealous, so he pretended not to care, burying his head in a case file in the nearly empty library. Liam sat next to him, holding his hand, stroking his palm. "I'm just going to dinner. I'll be there at 6 and home before 8. Wait for me at Crestwood, okay?" Noah coldly pulled his hand away. "Is this one hurdle, Julian, something we can't get over?" "Noah, trust me, please." Noah fought back tears. He couldn't get over it. He was scared. It was getting late. If Liam didn't leave soon, he would be rude. He squeezed Noah's shoulder. "I'll make things clear to them. Noah, trust me. Wait for me at home, okay?" Noah didn't say a word, his eyes glued to the English case file. Liam hadn't wanted to go either, but Marcus had convinced him that hiding would only make things more awkward for everyone. It was better to sit down together and be honest. Things were different now. They had medication to help with the rut. He didn't have a valid reason to refuse. And technology was advancing. The Vances were also open-minded parents who wouldn't force their son into a marriage just for status or compatibility. Liam had been persuaded. He agreed that avoidance wouldn't solve anything. Noah still wasn't speaking to him. Pressed for time, Liam sighed and got up to leave. As he was heading out of the library, he heard Noah's voice behind him. He turned and saw Noah standing alone on the steps, his eyes red, looking like a frightened, abandoned kitten. Liam immediately went back and hugged him. Noah clutched Liam's coat, burying his face in his shoulder, holding back a sob. "I'll wait for you at home, Liam. You have to be back by 8, or I'm done with you." When Liam arrived at the hotel, the Vance and Evans families were already there. Victoria was chatting with them. Marcus was checking the menu. He beckoned Liam over. "Liam, come say hello to your aunts and uncles." When Julian heard the name Liam, he flinched. Liam's gaze fell on him. Julian was more delicate-looking than in his photo, and very shy. The moment Liam walked over, he tensed up and looked down. The adults could feel it too. A 97% pheromone compatibility was not to be underestimated. Victoria tried to seat them together, but Liam had already sat down next to his father, his resistance clear. Victoria couldn't do anything about it. Evan was sitting next to Julian, rolling his eyes. He knew Victoria didn't care about him anymore. Even if things didn't work out with Julian, he wouldn't get a chance. It didn't matter. He didn't care anymore. He snorted and tapped his chopsticks on the table. "Evan, be polite," his mother whispered. So he put his chopsticks down. Liam raised his glass to the elders. He had been exposed to the business world from a young age and was more mature than the other two. Mrs. Vance looked at him, and even though she knew his heart belonged to someone else, she couldn't help but admire him. Julian had been raised like a delicate flower and was very gentle.